Hello and welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today I'm going to work on the Roxy Creations challenge for week 41. I'm a little behind because I just got back from vacation, but let's see what I can get going here. Okay. These are let's see, what did Rachel call them? Kind of I can't remember what she called them, but they're little writing spots to put in into a journal pocket, or if you've watched me before, most of my stuff I like to use for Happy Mail, or I design it with that particular goal in mind. Let's see. So I've gone ahead and started. I've got some of Rachel's vintage letters printed out, and I went ahead and used my tear ruler and tore off some edges to make them look a little bit more vintagey. So let's see. They're very white on the inside because I just didn't get a chance to print them on both sides. So anyway, I just kind of got started. So we'll say, I hope everyone's doing well and has had a chance to do something creative. Just kind of trying to get back to being creative after the vacation. Vacation was very, very fun. We made a trip to Maine to see the fall. I never say it right. All the fall leaves, the fall foliage. I always want to say that word wrong. And it was really nice. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful state. But this time of year, well, I guess most summer too, very, very crowded in spots. But really a lovely place. We started out our trip in Portland, Maine, and had a nice time there. The young man that was, I think he's probably the assistant manager of the hotel that we stayed at, was just really a lot of fun. So we got to have some nice conversations with him, and we really enjoyed that. So, okay, let's see. Do I want to put something else here? I don't want these to be too heavy, but I also don't want them to be completely white on the inside. So let's see if I can tear this. Oh, yeah. My tear ruler is downstairs, so pardon me and bear with me for just a minute here. So we started the trip in Portland, and we spent several days there. And so I wanted to make sure we were there on Saturday so that I could go to farmer's market, because we have kind of farmer's markets here, but they're not really the same as they are in other places. I guess we don't have a lot of. We do have some farm land here, but I don't know. At least the ones that I've been to here don't really have a lot of stuff. But ooh, that one had so many wonderful. They had apples. Oh gosh, more varieties of apples than I can even remember. But we got 4 different apples, and they were all absolutely delicious. I got a Honey Crisp and a Golden Delicious because I was familiar with those and I knew we'd like those. And then we got 2 more that were actually the best. And I, of course, cannot remember what they were called, but they were really tasty. And it was really fun to see all the local residents come with their market bags and do their weekly shopping, and made me wish I had a kitchen. But alas, no kitchen. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for the inside. So let's go ahead and work on doing a little bit of decorating on the outside. Got a few things to choose from here. Let's see. apologize for the crackling, rattling. I forgot to get these out. These are some, I think they're like pharmaceutical labels from France. They're, I think, pretty cool. These are cut out, so maybe I'll use one of these. So we'll have a mix of French and Italian. I have a couple of really good sources for French ephemera, but I don't have a lot for Italian other than Rachel. And of course, you know me, I get my stuff from Rachel and I tend to hoard it like a crazy person. So, you know, everything has to come and stay in my stash for a while before I can part with it. Let's see. Sticker. That's not a bad color. Let's see, what do we have here? I like that, but that white flower is kind of, let's see. Decisions. Decisions are the worst, especially after I haven't been making them for a while. Let's see. So we did the farmer's market in Portland, and then we took a drive up to the harbor. And so funny. One of my neighbors here lives down the street, Janet. It's just a lovely lady. She's asked if we went by the LL Bean, big LL Bean store there, because it's in Freeport, Maine, to get a photo to send her. So we did that. It was already on our itinerary anyway, so we did that, and that was really fun. Lots of stuff there around that particular store. It's kind of like, I imagine it's probably the center that has brought all the other shops that were there. So there were a lot of things there. We didn't spend time in the other shops, but we did go through a couple of the buildings at LL Bean. And so we get back in the rental car, and it's got a GPS in it, which is just, you know, really fun. Or sat nav, depending on where you live, I guess. And we don't have those in the cars that we have normally. We usually use our phones, but it happened to be in the rental car, so my husband put in the address of the hotel where we were going to be staying in Bar Harbor, and we started off and we went over the interstate, and he said, "Oh, that's strange. I wonder why it's not taking us on the interstate." Well, took us a while to figure out, but the reason it didn't take us on the interstate was that there was going to be a toll, and the GPS in the car, avoid tolls had been checked. The little box had been checked. So what would have been a 3-hour ride to Bar Harbor turned into a 5-hour drive. However, I can't really complain much, and my poor husband, who was doing all the driving, even he couldn't complain much, because we did get to see a lot of really beautiful scenery in Maine that we would not have seen if we had taken the interstate. So anyway, lesson learned there. For, you know, we've done a fair bit of traveling, but this is the first time we've ever had GPS in the car. I think usually because they charge extra for it, and generally my husband doesn't want to. Well, that's not true. We did have sat nav in our car when we went to the UK the first time, and that was a mixed blessing as well. It's very helpful. We would have never found our way around, but it did take us down this one really bizarre little it was a road that became a narrower road, which then like turned into a path. So we had to turn around and go back, and luckily there was a lady out walking her dog, and she was absolutely lovely. And she gave us really good directions for how to get to where we were staying, because it was starting to get dark and we were concerned, but her directions worked perfectly. So I guess perhaps we should have been a little more suspect of the sat-nav, the GPS, but anyway. That was a few years ago, and, you know, you forget things, I guess. Okay, I'm going to put this cigar band down here. It's a little red into this. Oh, I've got some more red. Let's see. I've got these price stickers that I never use because they're shiny, but I have figured out a way to reduce the shininess of them. All right, I'll put that there for now. Yeah, I'm going to put it down here, I think. Oh, excuse me. Yes, my allergies have kicked back into high gear since we got home. So I'm doing some coughing, sneezing, stuffy nose kind of stuff. Not a cold because it comes and goes depending on what blows by, but anyway. But luckily, seemingly, let's do, I'll knock on laminated wood here, whatever this is, to say my husband and I managed to not get sick on this vacation, which I always think is a big win. For years, every time I went on vacation, I came home with a terrible cold. Of course, we always travel in the fall, and or we usually travel in the fall, and lots of colds and whatnots out and about. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. So sorry. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Okay. So now where's the paper I can put over the... Let's see. Oh, more crackling, rattling. Sorry. I'll get a little piece of this. It's tracing paper, art vellum sort of paper that works great to, oops, see, I'm way out of practice. I didn't put the pin back in the art glitter glue, so that would have been bad. This works great to just add a little more texture to a collage, and it covers up the shininess of these modern stickers. So let me put that over there. Let's see, do I have anything else that's kind of red? No, I think I'm going to call this one done. Oops, well, only if I have enough glue on this. I missed a corner. I was watching Rachel's video the other day, and she said, oh, she misses a corner. She always thinks it's the corner that she holds down, and that could well be. I'll have to try to be more vigilant. Let's see, can I just tack that down there? Looks like I missed this edge on this flower too. Oopsie. Oh, did I get it stuck down? Oh, well, maybe now it's going to stick. Okay. All right. So this is this side. What do I want to put on this side? I would like to add something here. I think I have any tabs handy. Let's see. Well, I apologize. I thought I was well prepared, but there's always something that I forget. Let's see what's up here that I can make a little tab out of. Let's do this. I like the color of this paper, so let's just tear off a little bit here. Tear off that straight edge there. And kind of fold this over. So put that there like this. Do I like it like this? The other way. Okay. Some glue on here. So yeah, that was our adventure getting to Bar Harbor. But wow, yeah, we really drove through some beautiful, beautiful places in Maine. And of course now all the names of them are going to escape me. Lewiston was one of the places I know we drove through. I will say the biggest challenge when you do an unplanned road trip like that is trying to figure out where you can find a public bathroom, because, you know, awfully spoiled out here in the West, because we have, you know, grocery stores and gas stations and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But back there, everything's like a little village, so not the same. So we stopped to get gas thinking, oh, you know, gas stations, usually they have a restroom. This one did not. It was a 7-Eleven. So I asked the lady for recommendations for restroom. She mentioned several places, and I thought, oh, okay, great. Well, we'll just go out and we'll find some. That won't be a problem. Well, we drove around for a while, didn't find anything, and then my husband spotted a Dunkin' Donuts. And you know, my husband used to be was a reserve police officer, so I attribute that to his knowledge of donut shops, because it never entered my mind that we would find a lovely, clean bathroom in the Dunkin' Donuts, which we did. And then, you know, bonus, you get to get some donuts while you're there too. So, lots of donuts in Maine, which was fun. Seems to kind of be a popular thing, because lots of Dunkin' Donuts. So that was an outstanding find, and that worked for us through the majority of our trip, except for later in our trip when we were making the drive down to Booth Bay Harbor to visit the coastal Maine Botanical Garden. If you get a chance, if you're in that part of the world, I highly recommend it. It was so beautiful there. Oh my goodness. You know, we go to our botanical garden here in Phoenix all the time, but you know, it's desert. So of course it's really, really different than what they have there. And we thoroughly enjoyed it. But we were very happy to get there because they had lovely restrooms. You know, I would attribute this to me being old, but, you know, that's always, all you have to do is tell me there's no place for me to be able to go to the bathroom, and then I immediately have to go. I don't know, I won't say like a kid, because, you know, kids always say they never have to go to the bathroom, but anyway, entirely too much information. But I highly recommend the botanical garden there in Booth Bay Harbor. It was a bit of a challenge to get to. Once again, we saw lots of gorgeous, more rural part of Maine. Very beautiful. We did see quite a bit of fall color, which was super, super fun. Let's see, I'm gonna fold this. You know what? I'm gonna let that sit for a minute since I went ahead and glued on the whole thing. What else do I have up here? Another one of Rachel's letters, but I've got some. You know, too many choices as usual. Okay, there's the crinkly paper. Sorry. Here's some Rachel's thing. Here we go. Here are some other things that I was going to use. Whoopsie. I'm having a crafty lunch. Okay, stay up there. All right. So I'm letting that one dry. Let's do this. She used some original paper, old documents, and these are Italian documents out of one of the kits that I got from her. I think this is a blank receipt. What am I trying to ask? Receipt. Why is that word so hard for me? Oh my goodness. My brain is still kind of on vacation, I think. Let's see. I want to make sure, yeah, that it's less than 4. So go ahead and I'll fold it on the perforation there, and then I will just fold that one in. And I'm not going to put anything on the inside of this one because it's a great writing space and it's already a fabulous color. So let's see, what can I add to this? What do we got here? Let's see what find without causing another calamity of crafting. Let's see. Those are beautiful. Let's use a couple of these. Scissors. Okay, let's see. I'll use this little bird here. Back to talking about the botanical garden. They have a series of sculptures made from reclaimed wood. I think it's all like from scrap wood anyway. And they're trolls. And they're huge. I mean, huge. Like, I don't even know how tall they are. Like, like house big. They're really, really big. Really, really big trolls. And they're so cute. Joyful. They are joyful sculptures. And I really, really enjoyed those. You know, I go to my exercise class here at the Y. And the gentleman that leads our exercise class, Stan, had mentioned them to me and told me they were fabulous and encouraged me to not just see the one that's easy on the trail. And there's one that you can see just pretty much as soon as you walk across the bridge into the garden, but to search out all 5. And we did. That was a bit of hiking about. But, oh, strongly, strongly recommend it. I don't know how much of an online presence they have. But definitely. Oh, hi, Sid. My kitty Sid has come to visit. Definitely worth the drive down the peninsula to that location. It was really fun. They're right on must be a lake. There's so many lakes and of course coastline back there that I sometimes didn't know if I was looking at a lake or a river or what. You know, I'm a desert dweller from way back. You know, my whole life I've lived in the desert. So that was fun, really fun for me. I enjoy the water. I love the water. So it was beautiful. I will say, though, we were not very vigilant and good about finding lighthouses while we were back there. We did we spent an afternoon down at the Portland Head lighthouse, just outside of Portland, or well, not in Portland proper, but very close to Portland, city of Portland, or town of Portland. And it was a perfect day, a perfect afternoon. It was so beautiful. The weather was perfect, and it wasn't terribly crowded. I mean, there were lots of people there, but it wasn't overrun with people, as we found in some of the places where we traveled on this trip. So I got some nice photographs of that lighthouse. But then we really didn't see any other ones. We had planned to see one when we were in Acadia. And Acadia was so crowded that we didn't really end up spending very much time there. And we didn't see the lighthouse. But we got their kind of end of their season, and they have a tram that runs most of the summer and into the fall, but it was only running for a couple of days while we were there. And one of those days that we had planned to take the tram into the park, it was pouring down rain, so we didn't do that. We took a tour, and that was great, except we couldn't see anything because it was so when they say rain, And, you know, once again, hello, I'm from the desert. I know these things. It was also very foggy, so our visibility was just nil. We went up to the highest point, apparently, on the eastern seaboard, and I forget how high it is now. There's a picture of my husband and I. I took a selfie of us standing in the parking lot, and you cannot see anything except the fog around us. So anyway, so that didn't work out quite as we had planned, but it was still we had a nice day. The lady that was driving it's called Ollie's Trolley, Michelle, she was super fun and very knowledgeable. Apparently they send their drivers a script to learn before they start working for them, and she was great. So it was a really nice way to spend a rainy day. Just unfortunate that we didn't get to see as many things as I had hoped. My poor husband was driving for the whole trip, so I thought, oh good, we'll take this tour and then he'll get a chance to see things because he won't be driving. Well, not as many things as I thought we were going to see, but that was okay. Lots of information, lots of interesting information that we gleaned from Michelle. She pointed out the general vicinity of Martha Stewart's big house that she has back there in the harbor. Of course, we did not get invited over for tea. You know, you turn people down like that once and they never invite you back. Kidding, of course. But it was interesting to see how people live on the East Coast, because we've spent some time. I have family in Maryland, so we've been to Maryland several times, but we had not been to New England before. So let's see, do I have two stamps stuck together here? I do. Okay, so let's just use one of these old French stamps, courtesy of Mr. Cup. Mr. Cup on Instagram, if you are interested. He is a wonderful source for many, many things French. Okay, so here's the second one. That'll be really nice. That'll be really nice and happy milk because it's nice and light. Okay, let's this over here. Where's the one I put aside to dry? Well, let's see. I got this. Let's use this paper. In case you don't have digitals or actual invoices and stuff. This is from my friend Vernie at TripleVVintage. It's a part of her collaboration with my other friend Jessie at Vintage Studio 717. Jessie does the artwork, and then Vernie does the tea or coffee dyeing, and then she sells it out of her shop, which is TripleVVintage. So let's see if I can get this folded. Let's see. I don't want it to be too wide for the envelopes. I'll do just a little bit more there. Fold this over. Of course, this is so gorgeous in and out. I really don't need to add much to this paper. Maybe I'll add. Let's see. Let's do a little flower there. And then I will let you go because I've chatted way too long. Obviously, I missed making my videos. Although you had videos for my entire vacation because I managed to get enough done for the whole time we were gone, which sounds like I was gone for weeks, but we were really only gone for just a little over a week. Let's see, do I want to put a tab on here? Let's do that, and then let's do this. And like Rachel said in her video, you can You could add pages to these if you want to. Really didn't do much of a tab there, did I? I put it in too far. Oh well, that's okay. Still gives you an idea that you can lift this up and put things in or do whatever. Let's see. I sort of feel like we need one more thing on here. What else do I have? What else? What else? What else? I have lots of flowers. Do this. No. Blank. Nope. Nope. Oh, maybe a butterfly. There we go. Oh, maybe half a butterfly. Oh, excuse me. Now I'm losing my voice. Let's see. You can put that in there. Okay. Hopefully the art glitter glue will work because I forgot to put the pin back in. Oh, yes. Perfect. So, well, if you've stuck with me this long, thank you so much for joining me today. And I will ask, please, if you would, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and comments. I'm still not getting very many comments, so I would love to have some comments. Let's see, let me put the pin back in the glue. Subscribe if you haven't. My subby count is growing slowly, but that's slow's okay, I guess. So hopefully, let's see what I do with the first one. Oh, I buried it in my stuff. Yes, I did. Oh, yeah. Y'all knew that was going to happen, didn't you? Yeah. Wow. I don't know where I put it. Well, I set it aside and managed to lose it entirely. Well, that's not the first time that's happened. Wouldn't be me if there wasn't at least one super bodgy thing every video, and that's that. Gosh. I know. As soon as I end this video, I'll find it. Well, I will put it in the thumbnail when I find it. So I guess we're going to leave. Oh, there it is right in front of me. Gracious me. You're probably saying it's right in front of you. It's right where you put it. Okay, so we did one of Rachel's digitals. Oh, this is one of her vintage letters. We did a tea-stained piece from my friends Jessie and Bernie. You can find this at TripleVVintage. And this is a vintage receipt from Italy, from Rachel. So, as always, I will strongly encourage you to go over to Roxy Creations on YouTube and see the pretty things that Rachel created, because hers are beautiful, of course. And I thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll join me again in the future. And for now, I will say bye-bye.